Hello dear students of class 9th, welcome to geography class. I hope all of you are fit and healthy. Students, in this video, I shall be continuing with the 5th chapter from your geography book, that is Natural Vegetation and Wildlife. Students, in the previous video, I explained you 4 types of vegetation, alright? And in this video, I shall be continuing with the topic types of vegetation, and I will be dealing with the last type of vegetation, that is the mangroves forest. In the previous video, I explained you about mountainous or montane forest, that means basically related to the mountainous areas, and here we will be dealing with the mangroves forest. So students, when it comes to mangroves, let me tell you that this type of vegetation is found in the coastal areas that is influenced by tides. Now, what do you understand by tides? Tides means the rise and fall in the sea level. When the sea rises or when it falls, so that rise and fall greatly impacts the mangroves forest. Alright. Now students, if I talk about the vegetation that is found here, then whatever vegetation is found in the mangroves forest, they have mud, silt, and the roots of the mangroves trees, they are submerged under water. As you can see in the picture, water is there, and inside the water means the roots are submerged, and you can see the plants that are grown, the trees that are grown here. And one more important point, students, that the roots are entangled, that means they are not separate. See, if the roots will be separate, then it would flow with the flow of water, right? It will be flown, the roots, the plants will be flown, it will go away with the flow of water whenever there will be high tides. So that is why, to keep everything connected so that the plants do not move in water, they stay at a place, they are entangled, they are connected with each other. So you will find that all the roots, they are connected with each other, and you can see here that water is there, and on that water plants are grown. So this is called as mangroves forest or mangroves plants. I hope you understood that what are mangroves and where they are grown. So basically they are grown in the coastal areas, and you know they are found in the deltas of rivers, like river delta of river Ganga, river Mahanadi, river Krishna, river Godavari, and river Kaveri. Now students, I have used a word here, delta. What do you understand by delta? See, this is not a new term for you. You have already studied about delta in your previous classes. Let me just revise that delta refers to a place where two rivers meet. When two rivers meet at a particular place, a particular location, so that is called as delta. Alright. So first we will be talking about the Ganga Brahmaputra delta. You know, if I talk about the Ganga Brahmaputra delta, then you need to remember the Sundarban delta, because Sundarban delta is the place where river Ganga and river Brahmaputra meet, and where they meet, that place is called as the Sundarban delta. You must have heard about the Sundarbans, that this is the largest delta, Sundar. Oh, please cut this line, cut this entire line. So students, so the place where Ganga and Brahmaputra meets, that place is called as Sundarban delta. Now, why is this place called as Sundarban? Let me tell you that this place is called as Sundarban because of the trees that are present there. You know, the Sundari trees are present there, and on that name only, the name of this delta has been given, that is Sundarbans, because Sundari trees are found. And you know students, these trees, they provide hard and durable timber. This is often used for construction activity, that is for making plywoods, for making firewoods, etc. This is very hard, this is very strong. So, this can be easily used in any construction activity. Now, what type of trees are found in such areas? So, trees like palms, coconut, kerua, agar, these are found in the Sundarban delta or some parts of delta. Now, coming to the wildlife, coming to the animals, coming to the animals, that which type of animals or which animals are found here. So, animals such as Royal Bengal tiger. Now, see, this is very important. When it comes to the Sundarbans, then Royal Bengal tiger is really very important. You need to remember this. Okay. So, it is found in the, so animals like Royal Bengal tiger, turtles, crocodiles, gharials and snakes, they are found in these areas, in these deltas. So, I hope that this type of forest, this type of vegetation is clear to everybody. Now, students, I have explained you all the 5 types of vegetation. Alright, the first one, tropical evergreen forest. That means the forest that is found in the tropical region and that is evergreen, that is green throughout the year, and these forests receives the highest amount of rainfall. I hope you remember. Then we talked about tropical deciduous forest. Deciduous means shedding. They shed their leaves seasonally at a particular time, and I told you that these trees shed their leaf during the summer season, right? So when it comes to tropical deciduous forest, then So, when it comes to tropical deciduous forest, then this type of forest is classified into 2 parts, or there are two classifications for this. The first one is moist deciduous forest and the second one is dry deciduous forest. Alright. Now, moving to the next type of forest, next type of vegetation, that is tropical thorn forests and scrubs. Now, basically dealing with the deserts, the vegetation that is found in the desert area. So, that type of vegetation or that type of forest is called as tropical thorn forest and scrubs. And basically the vegetation is very low. The plants are small and also small animals are found. They are not densely vegetated. The vegetation is very low. The plants, the trees, they are scattered. They are not dense. And the stem, they hold the water. And let me tell you about the leaves. The leaves are thick and small. They are thick and small, so that transpiration is not done, so that they can hold water. And if I talk about the roots of the trees or the plants, then they are very long, so that they can absorb the groundwater. And please remember that the plants and the trees are scattered. Okay. Next was montane forest, that means related to the mountains. The vegetation that is found in the mountainous region refers to montane forest. Here also 3 classification was there. First one, wet temperate forest, second one, temperate forest, and the third one, alpine vegetation. That means on the basis of height, on the basis of altitude, montane forests have been classified into these 3 types. Okay. And at last we studied about the mangroves forest, that means the vegetation that is found in the coastal areas that are basically influenced by tides. And I also told you that the roots are entangled, so that they cannot go here and there, they cannot float in the water. So that is why, so that they can be connected, so that is why the roots are joined. So I hope all the 5 types of vegetations are clear to everybody, and I have also given you a quick recap of all the 5 types. Now students, before we move to the next part of the chapter, that is wildlife, I will explain you about medicinal plants, the last topic of vegetation part. that is medicinal plants. Now students, let's move to medicinal plants. See, if I talk about the vegetation, then vegetation holds a great significance because it also holds medicinal significance, medicinal value. The plants, the herbs, they are used as medicine for several purposes. It cures several diseases, several acute diseases. So the plants, the herbs, the spices, they can be used for medicinal treatment, medicinal purpose also. They are really very helpful. They play a very important role to cure the diseases. And we are not using it today. Since ancient times, the people are using this. If I talk about the common herbs like neem, tulsi, aloe vera, these are common herbs that are used by us in our everyday life. See, if I talk about aloe vera, then we often use aloe vera gel because it makes our skin glow, right? If we drink aloe vera juice, then it will help to reduce acne, to reduce pimples. It will make our blood purify. It will actually purify our blood. If I talk about neem, then neem is also very helpful for several kinds of skin diseases, skin problems. If I talk about tulsi, then tulsi also holds a very important place when it comes to medicine. It is often said that if you eat tulsi or one leaf of tulsi or two leaves of tulsi daily, then you will not suffer from cold or cough. So this means the herbs, they hold so much importance, they hold so much significance. And if I talk about the spices, especially the Indian spices that we often use in our kitchen, they are also very important and they also act as medicine. For example, if I talk about turmeric, turmeric is very helpful. Yes, it is really very helpful in case curing wounds, right? Then coriander, very helpful. Ginger, garlic, they are very helpful. They are used in winter season. They are helpful to fight against the diseases. They purify our blood. So this shows that these plants or the vegetation, definitely vegetation has importance, but it has medicinal importance too, right? So here we are going, in this topic we are going to study about the medicinal plants, that what role do they play, why they are so important. Students, let me tell you that since ancient times, the herbs and spices were used as medicinal plants in India. Like I told, we have neem, tulsi, aloe vera, ginger, garlic, turmeric and several other Indian spices. They not only make our food tasty, but they also help in order to cure the diseases. And some 2000 plants have been described in Ayurveda and at least 500 are in regular use. That means out of 2000 plants, 500 plants we are regularly using in some or the other way. Students, the World Conservation Union's Red List has named 352 medicinal plants, out of which 52 are critically threatened and 49 are endangered. Yes, even the plants, these medicinal plants, they are also threatened and they are also endangered. They are on the verge of extinction, right? Now let me tell you about some of the medicinal plants. As you can see the pictures also, and I'll explain you that in which manner, how they are helpful, how they help to cure diseases, what type of diseases the plants, these herbs, they cure. First of all, as you can see the picture, first we have Sarpagandha. Now this is used to treat blood pressure, high blood pressure or low blood pressure. In order to control blood pressure, this herb is used. Okay. Then we have Jamun. which is called as Indian blackberry. This is also very tasty. You know, it is used for controlling diabetes. It is said that if you continuously or regularly eat jamun, then diabetes can be cured to a great extent. Alright. So, see, this is so important, and this is also very tasty. So, you must also try if you have not tried. Next we have Arjun. Now, Arjun does not here mean the Arjun of the great epic Mahabharata. No, I am not talking about that Arjun. Arjun is a plant, and this is used to regulate the blood pressure. Okay, like Sarpagandha, this plant is also used to regulate blood pressure. Next we have babool. Now see, babool is used to cure eye sores. It's the gum of babool is used as tonic, especially if I talk about winters. Then during winters, then this gum is used as tonic, means several sweets are made out of this gum, and this can be used in winter. Alright, it keeps our body warm. Okay. Next we have neem. Now this is a very common herb, common yet very important, extremely important. You know, this has high antibiotic and antibacterial properties. It cures the skin problems, whatever acne, whatever pimples you have or you will be having on the skin, all that will be cured. Okay. Next we have tulsi. See, tulsi is also used for religious purpose, but it has great medicinal significance too. Now see, you know, tulsi is used to cure cough and cold. Alright, so this is also very useful herb. Next we have kachnar. You know, kachnar flowers, they are used to cure asthma and ulcers. So we can see that so many herbs are there, so many spices are also there that are used to cure several problems, several health issues. I have only dealt with a few, but there are several other herbs that are very important. They hold great significance in curing the ailment. So students, this means that everything is available in our nature. Our nature has great diversity. And if I talk about India, I already told you in the first video itself of this chapter that India is among the 12 mega biodiversity countries in the world. The biodiversity of India in terms of vegetation is huge. So we are so rich in vegetation, and in the next part I will be explaining you about wildlife, that how we are rich in wildlife. So we are rich in flora as well as fauna also. So I hope that till here points are clear to everybody. So I have explained you the 5 types of vegetation plus the medicinal plants, that how medicinal plants are used, which type of plants are used, which type of herbs and spices are used to cure diseases. So I hope all the points related to this video are clear to everybody. I am saying it again. So I hope that all the points related to this topic is clear to everybody. So students, we have covered one part of the chapter. The chapter's name is Natural Vegetation and Wildlife. So we have covered the vegetation part, and in the next video I will start with the wildlife part. See, wildlife part is not so vast, it is smaller as compared to the vegetation part. So I hope all the points are clear to everybody. So in the next video I shall be dealing with the wildlife portion. Till then, thank you so much. Stay connected and revise your lessons well. Thank you.